Texans, what if I told you that the GOP has been using a local news station to spread lies about the judges that you've elected to sway your vote? And they've been doing it for 7 years. My name is Stevie. Karl Rove is the devil, and so is Paul Betancourt. Remember the other day when I told you about that huge retraction that Fox 26 News Houston had to put out? Because they basically lied on Judge Nata Cornelio. The more I thought about it, the more I got mad. There was several reasons I was mad. One, because, well, frankly, I went to go make a video about it the other day and I saw that there was a retraction and an amazing defense attorney, Brent Mayer, had spoken to Breaking Bond people and let them know that they fucked up. They fucked up. Big time. So I was a little jealous. I wanted it to be me. Now, the other reason I got annoyed was because in their article, they were so kind to have supporting statements from what is being presented as an expert, a former judge, Chuck Silverman. Now, I love me an expert. Teach me something new, educate me, let me know where I'm getting it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Give me that stuff. That's the stuff I like. Now, the kicker is, Andy spends the first part of this article just talking about this particular bill. It's SB 6. It's a bill recently passed in the last couple of years. And I have more on that later. But anyways, but he's basically saying, this is wrong. You can't be doing that. This is just not right. It's not supposed to be done this way. And that was my dramatic interpretation. He wasn't yelling because I was reading it. But he's essentially shitting all over this judge. If I read this article and I didn't know any better and I was never curious, I would think, my God, why is this judge violating the law? But not to worry, because this is where Chuck Silverman comes in. And he asks him, hey, judge, if a judge is not doing if they're violating the law like this, what can be done? And Chuck goes on to say, well, you can file a complaint on the judge. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. And this isn't a, dig at the former judge. This is a dig at the journalism being presented to us. The expert didn't give us anything expert. That could have been, he could just add that in at the end of his story. The end. But remember, this really isn't about journalism. This isn't about informing or educating the public because they've done a terrible job. That is not the goal. The goal is to help the Harris County GOP. The goal is to help the Texas GOP. The goal is to create content so that the Texas GOP can float it around the entire state and get you to vote the way that they want you to vote. Maybe even sit out because, they hate a high voter turnout. They hate it so much. But yeah, those are the games being played. Those are the games being played here. Very, very, almost kind of feels a little 2008 around here. Hey, Paul Betancourt. But yeah, so these are the games that they're playing. They are expecting you not to know any better. They're expecting you not to be curious. But you know what? I'm here. So take this information, please repost it, follow me, share it in the group chats. And you know what? If you're interested in seeing more examples of how they have been working super hard for the Harris County GOP and for the Texas GOP over the past couple of years, you want me to show you some stuff because maybe you don't believe me, or maybe you're just nosy. Maybe you're just nosy like I am. But if you want to see some of that, let me know. Drop it in the comments. Let me know you want to see it. I'd be happy to add some additional stories. Anyways, see you later.